Amid rising insecurity, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson claims he feels perfectly safe in Nigeria, and because they won't do anything to it before now. Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Thursday declared that he felt perfectly safe during his visit to Nigeria. Of course you feel perfectly safe. You think they will kidnap you? They cannot kidnap you now. Pushing back against negative security reports, and global concerns over rising violence in the country. Johnson, who delivered the keynote address at the Imo State Economic Summit 2025 in Owerri, said he was not deterred by warnings about Nigeria's security situation before embarking on the trip. When I decided to come to Owerri, I read some things and there were people saying there may be some security problems in Nigeria. Have you heard that? He asked the audience and quoted by The Punch, and I said, well, I'm going to go anyway. Turning to the gathering, he added, let me ask you, do you feel safe here today in this conference? Yes, we all feel safe. And I feel perfectly safe. Thank you, Governor, for what you are doing. Before, Uncle, do you know how many escorts will follow you? Do you know how many escorts will follow you? You are saying you feel perfectly safe. Okay, now. Johnson's remarks comes as Nigeria struggles with renewed waves of abduction, banditry, and communal attacks. Last month, gunmen kidnapped more than 300 students and teachers in Niger State, while other mass abductions were recorded across the north. The situation has drawn international criticism, including a recent warning from US President Donald Trump accusing the Nigeria government of failing to protect vulnerable groups, particularly Christian communities. The British leader praised Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma for his ambition to deliver 24-hour electricity to the state, describing the plan as both visionary and achievable with the support of emerging technologies. Your focus on electricity is completely right, Johnson said. What is the future? The future is AI for clean, sustainable electricity, and because of AI, it is going to be colossal. He added, I congratulate you for what you are doing to secure clean and sustainable power for Imo State and for the whole of Nigeria. Johnson used his speech to highlight historic and cultural ties between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, applauding what he described as a mutually beneficial exchange of talent and economic assets. I'm very proud of what we export to Nigeria. Pharmaceutical, bankers, services of all kinds, he said, and you send us so much in return, oil and gas, Nollywood movies, brilliant doctors, nurses, technicians, and tech geniuses from Nigeria. We are very, very grateful. In a lighter moment, he quipped, we send you former United Kingdom Prime Ministers, and you send us future United Kingdom Prime Ministers in the form of Kemi Badenoch, who were elected as Prime Ministers. The summit drew an impressive lineup of global and national dignitaries, including Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Bola Tinubu, former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, businessman Aliko Dangote, Finance Minister Wale Edun, and several state governors. Governor Uzodinma, who hosted the event, said Johnson's visit underscored growing international confidence in the state's economic direction. Johnson's message of confidence stands in sharp contrast to the country's ongoing challenges. Nigeria has been grappling with a fresh surge in violence, from mass kidnappings and rural attacks to tensions around religious persecutions. Still, the former UK leader insisted his experience in Imo State proved that perceptions of Nigeria are not always aligned with reality. I feel perfectly safe, because you have a lot of security people guiding you. He repeated, Nigeria has incredible potential, and what is happening here today shows a state determined to secure its future. Now, so, no people Uzodinma invite you. I beg, let's hear what. Abi Joseph says, before he made these statements, he was already in London. Don't mind them. He just says his head like Boris. They said, let him travel to Benin by road from Abuja and wait to buy plantain somewhere in Auchi. Don't mind them. Easy Allergy says, make a visit Sambisa Forest. I want to check something. At Patrick says, reporting from Tinubu radio station. You know now. You know where he's definitely reporting from. Don't mind them. You feel perfectly safe. Why won't you feel perfectly safe? Amobi says, the manager of Nigeria Giant of Africa has arrived. Atundu Bena says, Trump hands supposed to touch this one. Attila says, means it might be one of those people. Before Uncle. I beg, Dangana says it may be right because I've not seen any foreigner working without security in Nigeria. Do you get? He is definitely going to have a lot of escorts, a lot of people following him. So obviously you are going to feel safe. Charles Ojunwa says, I never knew he's a comedian until today. Richmark says, since Boris Johnson claims not to be mad at Nigeria security, but safe, Boris recites the new national anthem. Kai Benije says he feels perfectly safe with almost 100 soldiers protecting only him. Don't mind him. Just spoke like Nigeria politicians after surrounding themselves with soldiers. Don't mind them. Yolanda says, I watched the live broadcast. More than 100 soldiers. Including foreigners. Imagine. He definitely brought his own security as well. He's not saying, I feel safe. Why not come without security and know if you feel safe or not? Nicodemus says, with many soldiers as escorts and bulletproof SUV, don't mind them. You feel safe. The man is not okay. Okeme says, go and walk the streets of Bono now without bodyguard. John Wunji says, now because you don't hear the sound of Kala. To say you hear the sound of Kala now, your mind go day. Nelson says, it's like this guy. It's like they give him 2 officers. More than 2 officers. Way more than 2 officers. Edo Jackson says, ask him which part of Nigeria, north or south. It's Imo State now. It's Imo State that he went to. Chima says, okay, we'll walk alone on the street of Imo or travel without security. Let's see how it goes. If truly you are safe. GDBC says, because they gave you special security, just drive one day in Imo State without security. You understand the meaning. Colin Chi says, he should take a stroll to Sambisa Forest. I think he should. Our formula says, can you walk alone in Nigeria? Help me ask him. Every Ukwa says, Boris, take a road trip from Lagos to Kogi. Then we'll believe you. Eliaza says, Mr. Man, I'm personally inviting you to Kogi State. Please, come without army escorts. In fact, don't come with any security men. For we want to welcome you. It's true, says, perfectly safe in Nigeria with police escorts. Don't mind him. As Marty says, you flew from London to Lagos, then boarded a chartered flight to Imo State, then same way back. Bandits are not in the air now, they're on the ground. Advise you take a vehicle from Owerri to Lagos, on the road passing through Benin or to Lagos. If you reach Lagos, you can say that you are perfectly safe in Nigeria, Abi. As Jimado says, you should travel to Sokoto by road. I want to confirm something. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.